Okay, continue. This is just a overview for all of you senior parents because this time of the year is going to get very busy. And I think the other senior parents who are helping organize some of these events thought it would be a good idea to get everyone on a call to just review some information, which you'll find out is all available on a website that last year's graduation chairs started. So this is a very exciting time of year for you and your seniors. And there's a lot going on that's planned by the school and with a very strong partnership from the parents, the PTA, to celebrate seniors, give them a lot of really wonderful experiences together as they finish out their senior year. So I am here just to start by going over a few pieces of information related to school. And I'm going to share my screen, which let me do that right now. Whoops. There we go. And then I'm going to pull up a slideshow, which is about shadowing, but it's going to start by giving you an overview of some information about senior year. But I'm realizing, can people see this?
Yes.
Can people see? Were you able? Can you still see it?
No, now we're back
not anymore.
to all the people.
Okay. So Amy, I'm going to go to this slideshow. If you can just manage people coming in, because for some reason I can't see it once I go there. Okay.
No problem.
And can you see my slideshow now?
Yes.
Great. Okay, perfect. So the purpose of this is to go over senior shadowing, but before we start, I just want to give you a little bit of information about what's coming between now and graduation. This is information I shared with the senior class in their English classes last week, and things are going to move quickly. We have 2.5 weeks until spring break. The first week in April is spring break, and when we get back from break, the week that we return is the final week of the third quarter. Once that finishes, there are 2 more weeks until AP exams. In other words, once we get back from spring break, there's 3 weeks until AP exams. AP exams are going to run for the first 2 weeks in May. And then seniors are essentially done with school, assuming they have fulfilled all their graduation requirements, which means we have about 5.5 weeks left of school for seniors before AP exams, which is kind of crazy. Once we get through AP exams, this is when the fun stuff starts happening for seniors. We essentially, the week of May 15th, have senior week. It's a little bit different than what's displayed here. And I think Megan McSherry is going to go over some details about senior week. If you take a look here, the Friday of senior week, May 19th, is prom. We will send out a letter about prom about, I'd say early April, and we will start selling tickets for prom at the end of April. Once senior week is over, and senior week is really a time for the seniors to have fun together, to do some community service, and to get some information about how to successfully transition to college. Seniors, once they're done with senior week, they leave the building and they do senior shadowing. This year, senior shadowing is 3 weeks. What seniors will need to do is they will need to set up for themselves a senior shadowing experience or multiple experiences that will allow them to shadow for approximately 15 hours per week, which is sort of like trading school for shadowing, which is a total of 45 hours over the 3 weeks. But seniors are able to they could do 45 hours in 1 week. They could do 30 hours 1 week, 15 another, and none the third week. It's really up to the seniors to arrange this. Seniors, again, have all been told this information. When we return from spring break, I'll hand out a proposal form to them, a physical set of paper where they're going to fill out what they are planning to do for shadowing. That one experience, 3 experiences, 5, however many they have, should add up to 45 hours over the 3 weeks. Students are going to sign it, and then a parent will need to sign it. It's basically a permission slip, letting students out of the building for those 3 weeks. And the deadline for that is April 28th. All seniors have joined this Google Classroom. I'm not going to go over the requirements with you because that's up to them, but essentially they're going to turn in a timesheet and a journal entry for each experience. So what works for shadowing hours? Students can set up an internship or multiple internships through personal contacts, but it cannot be a parent who's supervising it. Those students who are in WISE are able to continue their WISE internship and just make sure they log 45 hours over those 3 weeks. Those students who want to perform in Baccalaureate, which is our celebration of the fine and performing arts, the day before graduation, they will be able to log their rehearsal hours. Students doing community service can log those hours. Students who are working jobs can log those hours. I mentioned to students if they needed to get CPR certified to become a lifeguard this summer, they could log those hours. If they need to do training to be a camp counselor, they can log those hours. All sorts of opportunities. If students are traveling to the city for their internship, they can count their travel time. So as you can see on this slide, a 4-hour shadowing experience plus an hour each way into and out of the city would be logged for 6 hours total. And finally, through the generous support of the Bronxville School Foundation, I was able to secure a grant to fund an opportunity for our seniors, if they're interested, to participate in a 2-week artificial intelligence boot camp, which I will allow them to count for shadowing hours. So that's going to be the first 2 weeks of senior shadowing, and it'll be 3 hours a day from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. with instructors in person at school. These are graduate students in artificial intelligence, and you can see the topics covered. We have funding for about 25 to 30 students to participate. And in the next couple of weeks, I'll send out an interest form to seniors to see who'd like to sign up. So hopefully for some students, this will give them a good number of shadowing hours. That's essentially the overview of senior shadowing. I'm going to stop my screen now and see if there's any questions about shadowing. It's really up to your children to put something together. I'm sure they will coordinate with you and see if you have any contacts. What I said to all of them is they can look at this a bunch of different ways. One way to look at it is they have a particular interest that they want to potentially pursue in college. This is an opportunity to get an experience in that area and make sure it's something they want to do. Another way to look at it is try something new that you maybe aren't ever going to have an opportunity to do. We have a number of seniors who often shadow within the building. And so if a student is struggling to find something, I mentioned to all of them, they can come to me. We can work on generating some ideas. If they have an idea and they're not sure if it'll work, I told them to come to me or email me. So that's just something to keep on your mind. Getting referee certified definitely counts. Any of these things that are going to lead to a job opportunity for your children, they will count as shadowing hours. And jobs, the hours students work in jobs count. So I told them, start a job early, get a job, start working. The idea is to get out of the building, start experiencing the real world, get some understanding of what they may like or not like to pursue going forward. So that's sort of my overview of shadowing. And again, this was communicated to all of your children in English class. To those WISE students, I communicated it to them a week or two ago, if they're not in English, and I will be going back to those English classes and WISE classes right after break. And anyone is welcome to email me with any questions as well, if you have a question. But at this point, hopefully it's your children who are asking me the questions. This is really up to them to figure out now, and I'm happy to help them do that. So at this point, if I don't see any questions, I'm going to pass it over to Amy Eckison, who's going to go over, I believe, the website that has a lot of useful information for senior parents.
Okay. Okay, great. So good evening, everyone. Cece Harity and I are the graduation chairs this year, and we've been working with a group of terrific parents, including the senior class parents, Michelle McBride, Jane Scotty, Sarah Clifford, and Megan McSherry, who you'll be hearing from in just a few moments, the Baccalaureate chair, Hillary Blumenreich, and another number of other junior and senior parents to ensure that our children's graduation is a beautiful and memorable event. And we're going to start off by taking you through the website that just went live about, I think, an hour ago. And this is going to be the home for all graduation and senior activities and should really be your primary source of information for all these end of year activities. So first, I'm going to show you how to get there. You're going to go to the school's drop-down menu and head over to the high school tab. You'll click on that. Head over to the parents drop-down menu, and here you'll find 2023 graduation. So there is a ton of information on this website. It's fairly complete as of now. There are a few details that still need to be fleshed out and added, but most of the scaffolding is there. So you can kind of take your time and go through all of this information on the site to get a preview of what's to come. Megan's going to take you through some of it in just a moment, and then Cece and I will finish with the graduation stuff. But there are drop-down menus that we'll go through, and I think I'm going to hand it over to you, Megan, to go through senior activities. And let me know if there's any part of the website you want me to go to.
Hi, everybody. So I'm going to start off with one request. Since there's so many different activities and graduation invites and mom prom and pop invitations going out, could you all just please make sure that the school has your correct address? God forbid we miss somebody, we would feel terrible. So if you could just make sure, give a call into school, send a quick email to Louisa and just confirm that your address is there. With that said, a few things that we have going on. On Thursday, April 13th from 7 to 9:30 at the Field Club will be the mom prom, where the boys take their mother or a significant other of an adult figure to this event. It is not school sponsored. On the same evening, but over at Simonoi, is the pop, where the girls bring, you know, their father or grandfather or an uncle or someone that's significant in their life. Again, not school sponsored, but invitations did go out. It was an Evite. So if anyone did not get it, please reach out to any of the class moms and we will give it to either Robin Zivic or Kathleen Matthews to get that to you guys. Then on Saturday, the 22nd of April, we're going to have a car wash, which is raising funds to go towards Senior Week for the community, the community service trip. Then the big old Senior Week starts on May 15th, that Monday. It's a little different this year. We're going to begin Monday with a bonding event because the whole week really is about fun and class bonding and community service. There's going to be speakers, some educational lectures, and then some stuff that's going to help set them into the next phase of their life. So Monday, we're going to do Boundless Adventures. Buses will take them, some late lunch or granola bars and whatnot will be all provided. This is a great opportunity for them to bond. I think the cost is going to be about $50, and that includes the gloves that you need for that. But more information to follow. And again, you can find it on the website. Tuesday is going to be their last day of school. They're going to have the senior parade and a send off with cookies. So they march around and everybody claps and says good luck. Wednesday, they're going to have a sleep in, which they'll all need. And then they do the village rotation, which is they get to do a smokehouse. They get to speak to the EMTs about certain things that are involved in EMT. Then the police and fire chiefs will speak to them. And they kind of do that, and then they go back to school, and there's a lecture on how to raise an adult. So hopefully they'll all come back much more mature and ready for the real world. Thursday is going to be the community service event. Buses will be provided. We will take them to an offsite place. We have not determined that. We're still working on the final details, but it will entail perhaps help building a small, new little house or something in that sort, perhaps down in Yonkers. But we are finishing up the final details, and more will be revealed. And then Friday is the last day of senior week. It's also prom. So it's going to be a shortened day. They're going to get there at about 8:30. They're going to have a food truck, the yolk truck for egg sandwiches and whatnot. Half the class will go to a lecture from Lillian, from the, I can't think right now. They'll learn about how to recognize drug and alcohol effects during college, maybe some Narcan conversations, since unfortunately that is so part of their world now. So they'll be prepared if there's someone overdrinks or overdoses. And then the other half will do self-defense. It's geared a little different for the boys versus the girls. And if someone feels more comfortable in a different group, they of course can go. It's not gender specific. So that'll be done by about noon, and then they can all go home, take showers, and get ready for the prom. And that's it.
Awesome. Any questions for Megan? Okay, so Cece and I'll take you through kind of just a really brief overview of graduation. You can mark these there's great, thank you. There is, sorry, now how do I shut that? There, just so you can mark these dates in your calendar, Wednesday, June 14th is going to be the graduation rehearsal. This is mandatory for all seniors. They'll have to be reminded probably, but it's in the afternoon. So hopefully no one will oversleep that one. And then Saturday, June 17th at 6:30 p.m. is graduation. So you can tell your family members, put it in your calendars, mark it down. And there's a schedule here already. The graduation ceremony is followed by a family dinner to be held at Siwanoy Country Club. And there's more information further down on the website. We have tuxedo rental information, your invitations. And just to reiterate Megan's plea earlier, there are about 40 families who are not currently registered on Membership Toolkit who have a child graduating this year. Ms. Luisa Colarusso is busily trying to contact each of those families individually to get your permission to share your address with the senior class parents and Cece and me. It would be terrific if you could proactively reach out to her and tell her that that's okay, or that you absolutely don't want any mailings and you'll pick all of your stuff up from the high school office, whatever it is. But it's a lot of work for Ms. Colarusso. So whatever you can do to offload that from her is greatly appreciated by all of us. For everybody else who is on Membership Toolkit, if you could just take a moment today to check that your address information is correct, that would also be very helpful. That's enough of that. The graduation and baccalaureate will be live streamed on the Bronxville School YouTube channel. Graduation ceremony seating, every family will get 6 reserved seats. If the ceremony is held outside, there is a Google form already up that you can request how many seats you want. If in the case of rain, if the ceremony needs to be moved inside, it will probably be moved to the main gymnasium. We think there are going to be about 4 seats per family. This is an exceptionally large class. We have 145 students who will be participating in the ceremony. So there's a small chance there may be fewer seats that are able to be reserved, but we think it'll be about 4. Graduation portraits. June Greenspan will again be taking graduation photos prior to the ceremony. She is planning to roll out a new web-based sign up this year instead of her direct mailing. And that information will be available later in April. I want to take a quick moment to thank the Bronxville PTA. One of the things that they pay for, there are many for graduation, is photography of each student receiving their diploma. So that will be occurring. You don't need to run up the aisle and with your camera. There will be someone doing that for you, and you'll have access to that photography. In terms of the post-graduation family dinner at Siwanoy, this is held immediately following the ceremony. It's optional. RSVPs and payment will again be through membership toolkit. That was the link I was looking for. For anybody who's not currently on membership toolkit, you can set up an account here. Reservations for the dinner will open on Thursday, April 20th at 7 a.m. So set a reminder for yourself. Those reservations are on a first come, first reserved basis. So don't leave it till the last minute. And there's a very informative letter from the dinner chairs, Joanne Johnson and Judy Ranieri, that you can access from the website right here. The Bronxville School Foundation has an alumni brick program that you can read about. That's a fun way to commemorate your graduating senior. I'm sure you've all seen the bricks lining the walk to the flagpole walk to the school. And just another note about the PTA, in addition to those diploma photographs, they also contribute to the beautiful flowers that you'll see during the ceremony. Along with the school district, they help with the invitations and they provide food for the reception afterwards. So we're very grateful to the PTA for all that they do to help celebrate our students. Cece, what did I forget?
I can say you forgot nothing. That was excellent overview. Thank you.
Terrific. And the graduation tab is not opening. Okay, so we're
I just emailed Brad to find out if
thank you. That was going to be my go-to move as well.
I just wanted to mention briefly, if it's okay, the baccalaureate.
Yes.
So baccalaureate, for those who are not aware, it occurs the day before graduation. All seniors attend, and it is an opportunity for our fine and performing arts students to share their talents with the senior class and any senior parents who'd like to attend. Information will get shared in early April, and students who are interested in performing are welcome to submit the Google form that I'll send out. And then they will spend time with our performing arts teachers rehearsing. And it's really a beautiful ceremony and celebration of all the amazing talents of the senior class. And again, that takes place the night before graduation. So more information will come out, and everyone is welcome to come. And we also live stream that, and we live stream graduation just in case people can't make it or you would like to have watch it.
I think we probably have covered everything we need to cover.
Terrific. We'll ask Brad to get on the 404 error. It did open for me, but I'm sure there are glitches that are way above my pay grade. And once it's up and working for everyone, that will be your go-to source. It's got dates and times and signups and all sorts of stuff.
I see the question about spring break. I believe on Thursday, the Board of Ed will be adopting a resolution for the Monday after spring break to be a day off, as long as we do not utilize a total of 4 snow days by that point. And at this point, we have used 1. So it looks like, knock on wood, we will have the Monday after Easter off to have a slightly extended spring break to answer that question. Feel free to reach out to anyone on the call, and I'm happy to answer any questions or point you in the right direction as well. And for anyone who couldn't make it, this is recorded and I'll send it out on a YouTube link tomorrow morning.
Thanks, Anne.
Thanks everybody for all your hard work and making everything possible for the seniors.
Thank you.